Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord and Byron's Adventures. So we're speaking to Calatilde right here, and I'm very much thinking that I remember her being able to join us for free. Now, I think that is indeed the case. Now, I have gone through here. As you can see, we have 3 out of 4 points, and I hope this will work. Yes, there we go. All right, so she might very well join us. There we go. She has actually joined us. That is fantastic because she was a part of Vlandia, as we know. And she is currently at war against us, or Vlandia is currently at war against us, and that means that any fiefs that she had, which are actually not that numerous at all, it seems as though this is the only... Oh, this is the only thing that actually joined us. Oh, well, that's going to fall very, very quickly, in my opinion, but the point is that we gained a very, very strong clan in return, which I got to say is pretty fantastic. I very much enjoy that. Now, Adram is also over here. I would like to be able to try and persuade him too. I actually did catch up to Chason. Chason was actually someone nearby, and I thought to myself, oh, I might be able to get him. And I succeeded in persuading him. I got all 4 points that I needed in the conversation. However, he then required a lot of money, let's just say that. So we're not going to be able to get that guy. But we might be able to get this guy? No. Not at all. No, not in a million years. Not in a million years, as you can see right here. Oh, I can actually start... Oh, look at this. I can actually start using calculating here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Ooh, now that is actually very nice. We actually have enough enough calculating stat now to be able to do those things. That is actually very cool. But unfortunately, yeah, that guy was very resistant to our, well, shall we say, our persuasive abilities, however limited they may be. Anyway, yeah, we have a pretty decent time of things here. I think we can probably start fighting back. Actually, do we want to form an army? Yeah, we probably do. Let's form an army and try and take Sonala, shall we? As you can see, I've actually formed an army that goes off the UI. Look at that. I have so many vassals in the army right now that it is literally causing the UI to bug out a little bit. Yes, so many. That's exactly what we like. Okay, so now the cohesion is going to be very, very difficult to maintain, as you can no doubt tell, mainly because we have so many people, and you can see right here, minus 20 every single day, I guess it is. I'm not entirely sure, but we are going to start the siege. I did not go back, by the way. I did not go back to do my garrison or anything like that, because I think that generally we should have enough units to be able to deal with these guys without too much trouble. Now, obviously, if a massive Azerite army comes out of nowhere, which is highly unlikely at this point, but if they do, then we might have a bit of a problem on our hands, because obviously doing a field battle at this point is probably not the best idea. But as you can see, we have Kareth here. Kareth's got 192 units in his army, which I'm very, very impressed by, and very happy to see that, actually. Let's just increase our cohesion once again. I am using a lot of my influence here, by the way. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but my influence is very low in comparison to what I've had so far. Anyway, we're just going to build a bunch of siege towers and battering rams while my trebuchets go to work against the main defenses of the town, and I am very much hoping we will be able to achieve something here. Very much hoping. Look at this. We're getting even more units. Even more. Look at that. Look at that. We have 1,900. 1,900. Actually, almost 2,000. Look at that. Almost 2,000 in our army right now, which is just ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. So, very, very happy to see that. Mantios and a bunch of other people are also forming armies, which is great. And I'm going to have to start building some things here. We might have some problems. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to build... Let's build a fire onager really, really fast. Try and replace that one really quickly. Replace that one really quickly as well. Oh, and this one. Oh, dear. Yes, something tells me we're probably going to have a bit of a problem here. Are we? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we might be able to. if we can just keep doing damage to them, I guess. I mean, our engineering skill is super good, so I'm pretty happy with this. Anyway, let's just get some more cohesion. And there we go. Okay, yeah, it seems to actually be working quite nicely right now, as you can see. Oh, dear. Yes. I'm like, oh, yes, seems to be working quite well. And then in the next second, no. No, that, maybe not so much. Not so much. But we're trying to get the walls down, and maybe we can do it. You know what? I'm actually going to start moving my things to the reserves now. Oh no, not this one. Thank you very much. Not that one either. Okay, so we're going to have to just get some random ones, and let's just do that. And we're just going to go with a sort of standard thing. Look at how many people we have. We have 2,500. I could probably go in and auto resolve this, and have just as good a time as anything. But obviously, if we can take down the walls, we will have an amazing time. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to do that. Come on, Onagers, start firing. Yes, there we go, Onagers. Very good, very good. Okay, let's do some more cohesion. There we go. Keep that cohesion up. Thank you very much. We have a huge amount of food stores as well, by the way. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but our food stores are so incredibly fantastic. Wait a minute, what's actually going on here? I saw a bunch of people. Look at what is happening here. The tables, I mean, the turns have tabled, of course. Yes, they have certainly. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We are actually winning an AI-resolved battle. Can you believe it? No, I don't think you can, because I can't. Wow, that is actually kind of amazing. Alright, so yeah, these ballistas are actually giving us a huge amount of problems here. Really, really annoying, actually, to have to deal with them. I think if this one goes down, yep, it is. I will just put these into reserve, and we'll put this into reserve, and then we'll build a trebuchet or something like that. And then we'll get that up and running as soon as we possibly can. And there we go. Okay, so now we've got a decent amount of things. Let's put these out. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we've got a nice little mix. I know a lot of people have actually told me in the past that having a mix of 2 trebuchets and 2 onagers is actually a really good idea. Wait a minute. Is this one of mine? Wait a minute. Did they... I'm not entirely sure if that is one of mine or not. Let me actually just take a quick look. Oh, I actually can't remember what their name was now. This one, right? Talas. Yeah, no, we didn't have Talas. So yeah, I'm glad that they didn't leave, because otherwise we would be in a, well, maybe a pretty sticky situation, considering I have given fiefs to most of my people. As you can see, I can actually get Calatil to come over here as well. I can get Meritor and Vidar of the forest people. I can get Garrios to come over here, but we don't need that. We don't need these guys, hilariously enough, because we have such an incredibly strong army right now. So crazy. Yeah, we're gonna have some problems here in a minute. Oh wow, yeah, that's problematic, as you can see. All right, we're gonna put the trebuchet back into the reserves just until we get more onagers up and running. Oh, what is happening here? Look at this. More of the victory. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I am literally just gobsmacked. I really have no idea how how that is even happening, because I have a huge amount of people with me, right? I mean, literally, you can see that. I have, how many? I don't know. A huge amount of people. And we are still winning battles elsewhere in the map? That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. I'm very, very proud of how our vassals are doing. And we're about to get the walls down here, as you can see. 4,500. Look, we've even got more vassals chasing off some of the weakened ones from the Aserai. How are we sparing so much manpower? How do we have so much manpower right now? I have no idea. But let's hope that we can get the last of the walls down, and we will wait until daytime to actually head in, and pretty good to go in there now. Alright, so we have 1,400 enemies to deal with here, and I think we're going to be in a great position. Absolutely fantastic position, actually. And I am still extremely surprised about this whole thing. Really, really surprised. Okay, so There's the 2 entrance ways. Should be easy enough, right? Should be easy enough. Okay, so let's begin the assault. And maybe we can get Byron to do a little bit of sniping, because that's what we've done in previous sieges. But we've got to be very, very careful here as well, because even though we outnumber the opponent, well, as you can quite clearly tell, they can still do quite a bit. And that's definitely something to be a bit careful of. Okay, come on now. You know, I'm not a... It's kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of the archery on horseback in first person, but I like archery on foot in first person. I think that is pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to just put away my shield here so that I can do some long slashes, try and take out as many people as I can. Bear in mind that obviously... obviously this weapon is not particularly penetrating. It can only kill about 3 people maximum. And, you know, you do have a number of other weapons that can do much more than that. There we go. Oh, nice damage. That was some nice damage right there. And we're actually ending up losing a lot of people. I don't know whether you've noticed. Have you noticed that? Look at the power levels right now. The power levels are decreasing on our side at a much faster rate than on the enemy side. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Wow. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of shocking moments in this episode, that's for sure. Okay, yeah. Otherwise, I think we should be okay as long as we can continue to do morale damage. Morale damage is, of course, the main reason why we will win most of these sieges. And there we go. They're actually all running away now, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. And is there anything else that I can do here, pretty much? I guess I can just kill people on the way. Oh, no, not doing much damage now because of their shields and things. No, he got away. Okay, well, I guess I can just maybe level up my archery a little bit. I mean, my archery is pretty high level right now, so it's not really necessary for me to do anything more with it, but it's pretty good, I guess, just to level it up a little bit, if I can. And I think this is probably spelling the end of the Aserai. And I was actually hoping that Adram, you know, the fellow, was it Adram? No, it was Talas. Yeah, it was Talas, actually. I was actually hoping that Talas would actually leave his faction and join ours, but apparently the amount of relation that I had with him was not enough to give him the push that he needed to join us, to become a Byronian vassal. I mean, he should have, really, shouldn't he? I feel like that would have made much more sense. But obviously for him, making sense is joining the more powerful faction. And in that case, it is definitely Vlandia. I mean, you know, just from... wait a minute, is it? Oh, now I'm thinking it's probably not, because I actually think that they have less power faction-wise than we do. I think that is actually the case, believe it or not. So I am kind of surprised that they decided to do that. Because if the AI takes into account faction strength and doesn't really take into account anything else, maybe it will take into account territory. That might also be a thing. So, you know, if it takes into account territory, then yeah, I would say that we definitely have the disadvantage in regards to Vlandia itself. I should really just bring out my two-handed here so that I can do big sweeping attacks, try and kill as many people as possible. Because I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have these guys to take prisoner or not. But yeah, if we can just kill them all, then that would be great. I mean, with Byron's advanced age, he should be able to do something like this, surely. No? No, maybe not. Maybe, I mean, he is very old right now. He's literally 92. If someone in real life would just go about the battlefield with a, well, admittedly pretty heavy weapon, I guess it would be quite heavy. I wouldn't know, because obviously I haven't wielded one of these at all. I think scarcely many people would be able to wield one of these, but anyway, the point is that in general, the weapon is going to be quite heavy to wield in general, especially in a combat situation, especially wearing very heavy armor as well, and being a older gentleman. He's probably not going to be in the best of shape at that point, but who knows? I mean, in these times, everyone was super fit because they're all running around with massive armor on all the time. So maybe that is indeed the case. They didn't have the obligatory computer screen to sit in front of, that's for sure. They were out gallivanting with their mounts and their blades. Did you see? Did you see where that was coming from? Ah, yes. Anyway, that is indeed a wonderful victory for us. And look at that, 1,000 on the battlefield. Pretty crazy. Yeah, we only gained 15 renown for this because, let's face it, I mean, I'm happy to accept 15 renown, considering this town is just such an amazing thing for us to capture right here. And bear in mind that, just think about this, I actually didn't even get anything from my garrison. I could have gotten more units from my garrison, but I didn't need to. That's what's so crazy about this. I didn't need to. Okay, so there you go. We are actually taking a couple of other people prisoner, including Unkid. I'm hopeful that when the Aserai faction actually becomes eliminated, that Unkid will actually end up joining us. Oh, they voted for me? They voted for me to be what? Why did they vote for me to be the owner? I didn't actually want that, to be honest. I actually wanted to vote, but apparently they wanted me to be that. Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh well, never mind. What I will do now is I will disband the army. Oh no, I can actually choose. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be giving this to Urgion, because he already has -10 relation with us, which does need to change reasonably quickly, because otherwise he will end up leaving us quite fast, and we don't want that. So we're just going to give that to him. If he does end up leaving, then I will be very disappointed indeed. But you know, if that's how it happens, then that's how it happens. So let's have a look here. I'm just gonna. Is there an easy way for me to see my relation with people instead of just going to every one of their entries? I don't know, actually. Okay, let's just give this guy a bunch of relation. Alright, so I have done a little bit of boosting with Argyros as well. As you can see, we now have 7 relation with them, and as you can see also I'm very, very low in terms of my influence here, which is actually not very good. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful about that. Let's take a look at our diplomacy screen now. As you can see, the Aserai are at 141 total, and the Vlandians are at 7,000. Oh yeah, oh my. Don't even look at the Crusade right now. Don't even look at those guys. Oh yeah, so I actually went in here to disband the army. That's what we're going to do. Going to disband, and we will just let them go about their merry way. They will go and do whatever they want to do, and we will... what are we going to do here? They're actually putting some people in the garrison here already, which is actually very nice of them, I've got to say. So let's have a look. Sonala actually... wow, 137,000 in here? That's actually amazing. Okay, this is going to be very, very good for me then, because I guess I'll just sell everything. Nope. Okay, that's not going to work. So I guess what I'll do is I will trade all of this. Let's actually just get people to equip all of this stuff, just so that we know exactly what's going on here. And I will be, I guess, clicking for quite some time. Well, it looks as though we've turned a corner now, and as you can see, we're actually now gaining 100,000. Oh yes, because when you get lower and lower in the lists, dependent on what kind of item you're selling, you can gain a massive amount from that. Just look at that, 137,000. I actually bankrupted my own town now. Well, that's not very good, is it? Well, it's actually not mine anymore, but... oh, well, never mind. I was actually going to manage it as well, but, well, that's not going to really work out too well now, is it? Okay, so I'm actually going to try and speak to Garvey now. I only have 31 days worth of food remaining now, because I did have 80, but obviously because I led the army and I paid, well, not paid, but I supplied some of the... wow, this guy is very stubborn, isn't he? But anyway, I supplied some of my forces with some of my spare food. So yeah, unfortunately, Garvey is going to have to be eliminated. I didn't really want to do that, to be honest. I guess I'm just going to take him prisoner, just for the sheer fact that we have 100 relation with him already. And, well, there's not much more I can gain from that. So, you know, just take him prisoner, I guess. Okay, so there it is. We have conquered the entirety of the south, with the exception of this fief over here that's currently in control of the by the Britannians. And, well, we probably want to be moving on, don't we? We probably want to be moving on, maybe take a castle or something like that, because I think we can probably take a castle the way we are right now, or at the very least we can draw out a couple of vassals. Bear in mind that my forces, my armies and so on, they are, I would say, probably quite deadly at the moment. They seem to be doing quite a good job. Look at this. We're taking more people prisoner. Fantastic, right? Yeah, I'm very surprised. Okay, let's just take this. And I should probably go over here. I should have bought some stuff at Sonala, shouldn't I? That would have made sense, actually. Oh, well, never mind. I guess I could just buy some stuff here if there is actually anything. Oh, wow, there's really not that much. And it is quite expensive, as you can see. Olives, fish. Okay, I might be able to buy some stuff from the village itself. I'd like at least maybe 50 days worth. Yeah, there we go. 54 days worth. That's pretty good. Fine with me. And now let's move on. Ooh, wait a minute. Tovia? Isn't Tovia a clan leader or something like that? I think that might be Yorig, actually. No, Tovia is actually... Oh, wait a minute. If we can convince this guy, then we'll get this town. Oh, no, actually we won't, because we're not at war against them. Oh, well. All right, so we got 2 out of the 4 that we already need. This guy actually seems pretty easy to get. Wow, 91% chance, and that wasn't enough. Okay, let's do this one. What? I did... What? Okay, oh, wait. There we go. Whew. Okay, that was actually really, really close right there. I thought to myself, I'm going to fail, but no. Oh, this is a dangerous step. Really? Really, sir? Is it really a... Oh, come on. Okay, I guess, you know... He's part of the Britannians. I probably would also be a little bit skeptical about joining a relatively small faction in comparison to the Britannians. You know, that's pretty dangerous, I guess. But oh well, never mind. Hopefully, we're gonna do all right as we go forward onto one of the castles. Look at how many prisoners we have to convert. Oh, we've got something going on here. Look at that. Lagator has been besieged by Mantios. None other than Mantios. Okay, so you know where that is. That is here. This is a very... Wow, I gotta say, I feel like this is very risky, but I am very proud that he is actually doing something independent of everyone else. Let's actually take a look at his army. Ooh, okay, so Mantios has 700. Krotor has 1,500. What? Krotor, you're going crazy, sir. You are going absolutely crazy. How is he even able to do that with his influence? Oh, he's got a decent amount. He's got 200. And Mantios, as you can see, has 581. Unfortunately, I won't be able to really donate a huge amount of influence anymore, because I used to be swimming in it. You know, I used to have like 4,000 or 5,000, but obviously now that we have many more vassals and we're having to appease many more of them, it's very difficult to make that work. So that's a bit problematic. But we are basically taking huge amounts of people prisoner and everything, which is great. We might have a bit of an issue coming our way relatively soon, as you can see by the peace declaration between the Vlandians and the Britannians. That means bad news. That definitely means bad news is on the way here very, very shortly. Garrisons is actually creating an army. I don't know whether I don't know. Oh wow, everyone's creating an army. I don't know whether I agree about all of this, but if they want to do that, then sure. I guess I can't really stop them. However, what I would probably say is that I might try to take a look at the forest people. I think the forest people might be some people that we will let go from our faction, because that's the thing. I don't want to spend 200 influence to let them go, but I kind of don't want to continue spending so much money to keep them on. As you can see, we're just hemorrhaging money right now, 11,000. I guess I could go to this town and actually sell a bunch. I was actually on my way to Lagator right now to see if I can maybe help out Mantios. But he might not even need assistance, you know? He might not even need help. So let's just go for some fish here. Yeah, they have 106,000. So we should very easily be able to do something here. And I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to sell most of the boots. Boots do seem to be quite expensive. As you can see, we also have some chest pieces here that are also pretty good. And if you sell the lower items in the list, then you're going to be making much more money per item, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, look at that. We can just take all the money straight up really, really fast. And that's 98,000. Now bear in mind that, of course, as we go through here, it's going to be it's going to be reducing very fast. That's all I can say. So yeah, but the thing is that the general thing that I'm trying to do is obviously keep as many people. What? He created another army? Ah, I see. I think he had some cohesion problems. But yeah, the thing is that what I'm trying to do is keep as many people on our side as possible, because manpower is pretty much the linchpin of what is going to be happening here. We need to make sure that every single vassal that we have is doing something. And as you can see, oh, we've got Saruk's army here. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. Ooh, there's Faron. Okay, hello, Faron. Do you want to join me, sir? I think you do. Yes, he's not going to join me. I mean, from one old guy to another, surely he will want to join us, right? Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Got lucky on the first one. Yeah, I think he's going to be kind of difficult. I think he's more than likely going to ask for a massive amount of money. But who knows? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got the charm. We got the charm off. No, he didn't. He actually just joined. Wow. He actually just joined. Now, unfortunately, because of the whole not at war against, Britannia thing, most of their fiefs are not coming over to us, which is making things a little bit uncomfortable, because then that means they transfer over to minor factions and other random units and things, and that is never a good thing. But well, I can't really do much about it, can I? So I guess we're just gonna have to go with it. And wow, we actually have... Hey, come over here, Faron. He's not going to be coming over here, unfortunately. It would have been nice if we could have. Oh, never mind. Saruk is just spending huge amounts of influence. Huge amounts of influence right now to be able to field this army. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to help, and we're just going to send our troops straight on in here for an auto-resolve, because the combat strength disparity is so incredibly huge that we're not going to even lose that many units, as you can see right here. Look at that. Instant win, and we have now established our own foothold in enemy... well, I wouldn't say enemy territory, but I would say that in general it's pretty close, pretty close to enemy territory, and that's exactly what you want. So we'll just take all the loot and all that stuff. And there we go. Fantastic. All right, so I'm just going to leave the army, and who's going to be... oh, yeah, well, obviously the leader is me at the moment, but we're going to be giving it to Mantios, because he started this. He started this whole thing, and I think it's going to be pretty good to kind of keep him happy, I guess. Mantios doesn't really like us that much in comparison to a lot of the other vassals that we have. So it's going to be more difficult to keep him on board unless I can earn a huge amount of influence, which I think is happening, quite nicely right now. But we might very well have to decide to let the forest people and maybe the other mercenary faction that we have in our faction, we might have to let them go. We just pure and simple might just have to let them go, because they are taking too much money from me over time, and it's just very difficult to sustain that unless you have a massive amount of loot, which of course I do at the moment, but we are eating through it. As you can see from the scroll bar on the right, it has grown exponentially, and that means that you don't have as don't have as much to scroll. So it is going to be... yeah, one of those things. It's going to be one of those things where you just got to balance out. Oh, look at that. Yep. I have sold everything. Look at this. Yep. I have sold everything. I have worn through my entire, well, nest egg, I guess you could say. So we only have 375,000 remaining, which in this at this stage in the game, that is nothing. That is pretty much nothing. So we might be in a bit of a difficult situation. But Lukon is now creating an army. Mantios is creating an army. This is all great. And I'm actually going to try and besiege this if I can. Because I think I should have... Oh, you know what? My combat strength is actually not that good. I was actually hoping that my combat strength would be much better than it was. But I guess we'll just have to leave that until maybe one of our armies comes along. Maybe I can follow Suruk's army and see if I can help him out a little bit. But it seems like the war with Vlandia is turning a corner at this point. Look at Azurai. They seem to be gone. They only have, well, they have 0 strength. And the Vlandians, as you can see, have 7,800. And we have absolutely skyrocketed with our strength at the moment. We have 16,000. And unfortunately, the Crusade are still doing pretty well. Britannia has lost a lot of strength because we have been persuading people to join us. I think I need to do that with the Crusade as well. Maybe in the next episode, we'll venture into Crusade territory and see if we can try and persuade a couple of people to join us. Who knows? I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.